This the book of Second Exodus, chapter 9 and verse 1. He answered me then and said, Measure thou the time diligently in itself, and when thou seest part of the signs past which I have told thee before, then shalt thou well understand that at the very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which he made. Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh. Ka Loyim La Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh, Ba'ashem Rakakadash, and double honors to our apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, Rule Web, and the great example to his younger brothers in the truth, and peace and blessing to the hopeful elect. And Lord willing, it's edifying, and it's going to be a little different than the other ones because they more so going into a different topic, and we going to get into it through the scriptures, man. And Lord willing, this be an edifying lesson. And Lord willing, you edified. That's pretty much. Let me grab my pocket for a second. But I'm keep going just because, and then we gonna get into it. But it say verse 3. It say therefore when there shall be seen earthquakes and uproars of the people in the world, and that's going on. Then shalt thou well understand that the Most High spake of those things from the days that were before thee, even from the beginning. For like as all that is made in the world hath a beginning and an ending, and the end is manifest. Even so, the times also of the highest have plain beginnings and wonder and powerful works and endings and effects and signs. But I just read it just because. But we're gonna go into something different on this one. Measured out the time diligently, and I want to say this volume 37, maybe 38, but I have it in the title. The Lord willing is edifying.
For most of the time humans have wandered the earth, the night sky has mystified us. Only in the last few decades have we done so much to obscure the heavens.
As I've, like everyone else, struggled with the questions of existence, the expansion of the universe characterizes the existence of reality more than anyone else. I come to you to help understand that.
Now let's go back a slight bit.
The expansion of the universe characterizes.
For most of the time humans have wandered the earth, the night sky has mystified us. Only in the last few decades have we done so much to obscure the heavens.
As I've, like everyone else, struggled with the questions of existence, the expansion of the universe characterizes the existence of reality more than anyone else. I come to you to help understand that.
I think that the discovery of the expansion of the universe is one of the most profound discoveries, human discoveries of all time.
Yeah, and you go no other place to get the understanding of all these things but to what? The Bible, man. You go to the Bible to get the the reason why these things are happening, you know. But Esau, they come up with all their theories, Darwinism, and all this old bullshit, and the Big Bang Theory, all this old crazy shit, But ain't shit blowing up now. So what you gonna credit this stuff to now? But let's let it play some more. I got precepts, but let's keep going.
Physicists are excited, and they say this could be a major breakthrough in our understanding of the universe.
New findings from a recent scientific experiment in the United States could impact our understanding about the laws of physics.
20 years ago when we did it, it bothered me. I'm like, how can we be in a universe that has a beginning, has no end, and we live in this special time where we can measure it? And I find that very...
And they lying. Let me find a precept. Because he said we live in a time that we can measure it. Because he lying. Because if they can measure we going to get it. So like it. me a second. This something I ain't catch this when I was cause I usually watch them and get a couple precepts, but it's all through the spirit that this popped up. I caught what he said, and I'm gonna go back and then bring the precept up. All right, let's go back a little slight second.
No end, and we live in this special time where we can measure it. I find
I ain't go back for a minute.
Findings from a recent scientific experiment in the United States could impact our understanding about the laws of physics.
20 years ago when we did it, it bothered me. I'm like, how can we be in a universe that has a beginning, has no end, and we live in this special time where we can measure it? I find that
special time that we can measure it. This Jeremiah chapter 31 and verse I get straight to the point. It say, "Thus saith the Lord, if heaven above can be measured, and the foundations of the earth searched out beneath, I will also cast off all the seed of Israel for all that they have done, saith Yahweh." You know, so that can't be done. You can't measure the earth beneath. These devils can't go to the in the depths of the sea and discover all the things. They only discover, they say 10% of the ocean, but shit, if you don't know how much ocean it is, you ain't discovered not 1% of it. You know what I mean? They can't dig into the earth. They can't go into the tops of these all these mountains. Go to all the islands of the sea. You know, because it's they have resistance. You know, different forces, force fields, and you know, shit be disappearing, and yeah, because they can't search out the earth beneath, man. They can't fully search everything out. They can't fully search the heavens or measure the heavens, man. Why? Because it wasn't given to them. That's not their blessing. That's the blessing of Yasha Allah, man. He a prince of the power. That's what it means, and that's what Israel mean. Yasha Allah. He prince of power. He prince with power. Prince power. You know. So these devils lying. I caught that. I ain't hear it the first time I listened to it.
very perplexing. I mean, you'd never want to be at a special time, but it does seem like the world we're in.
I was going to show you a lovely picture. Should I just quickly do it?
Go on. Yeah, go
this
on.
is the Milky Way. Look at that, glowing above Corfe Castle in Dorset. And there's, Carol's been talking about clear skies. Absolutely stunning picture there.
Now, normally you would expect that expansion slows down with time because of gravity. Right? Gravity attracts.
And the point that they talking about, I just want to make this known. They talking about the expansion of the universe. You know, if you heard that lady in the beginning, she was like, the expansion of the universe, such. This the most profound thing we found about. But you go no other place but to the scriptures, man, to get the understanding of why these things happening. How is it happening? You know?
And therefore, galaxies would fly away slower and slower. However, this is not what we observe, and that was one of the great surprises in astronomy.
I think it's one of the great surprises in human history, in the human history of science.
I would think so. It was a very unexpected development, I would say, for most people.
We need to also remember in Belgium in 1927, Georges Lemaitre, who you talked about earlier. But
let's stop and get some precepts. This going into the expansion of the universe, the Lord say He was gonna do these things, man. This I'll get that next. This is Isaiah chapter 42 and verse 5. It say, "Thus saith the Lord, He that createth the heavens and stretcheth them out. He spreadeth forth the earth and that which cometh out of it. He that giveth breath unto the people upon it, and the spirit to them that walk therein." You know, but the Lord say, "Thus saith the Lord, thus saith the Lord, thus saith Yahweh, He that createth the heavens and stretcheth them out." So the Lord stretched out the heavens and constantly stretch them out. This another one. This Psalm chapter 104 and verse 1. It reads, Bless the Lord Yahweh, O my soul. O Yahweh, my power. Thou art very great. Thou art clothed with honor and majesty, who covereth himself with a light as a garment, who stretcheth out the heavens like a curtain, who layeth the that's pretty much the point, going into the chariots after that. Matter of fact, I get it, because it's gonna go into that too. It say, who layeth the beams of his chambers in the water, who maketh the clouds his chariots, going into these so-called UFOs, UAPs, whatever, aerial phenomena, however they label it. It say, who walketh upon the wings of the wind, who maketh his angels spirits and his ministers a flaming fire, who layeth the foundation of the earth, that it should not be removed forever, man. So the earth will abide forever, man. You know? Thus said if Yahweh by Shem Yahweh Shai, man. Let's get another one. This Isaiah chapter 40 and verse 22, it say, it is he that sitteth upon the circle of the earth, and the inhabitants thereof are as grasshoppers, that stretcheth out the heavens as a curtain, and spreadeth them out as a tent to dwell in. You know, so the Lord is stretching out the heavens as a curtain and spreadeth them out as a tent to dwell in. So all these planets, you know, they saying star blowing. No, that shit don't be happening, man. That's bullshit. Some Esau whipped out his ass, you know, and said, oh, the supernova just blew up. Oh, a black hole sucking in galaxies. Man, come on now, man. You know, that's all BS, man. You know, these planets and different things are here forever, man. Thus saith the Lord. Matter of fact, let's go back. Let's go back to Jeremiah chapter 31 and verse 35. It reads, thus saith the Lord, which giveth the sun for a light by day, and the ordinance of the moon, and of the stars for a light by night, which divideth the sea when the waves roar. The Lord of hosts is his name. If those ordinances depart from before me, saith Yahweh, then shall the seed of Israel also cease from being a nation before me forever, man. So if the stars blow up and all this old bullshit, then the nation of Israel will be no more, man. That's how you know it's bullshit, man. Because we still here, man. You know? We still here. The Israelites still here, man. And we got the true understanding of this Bible now through the spirit and power of Yahweh by Shem Yahweh Shai, man. You know? And that's the name of the Heavenly Father and his only begotten Son, man. You know? But let's keep going.
Georges Lamont showed him his PhD thesis, which he was working on at MIT remotely. He basically showed here.
Get this too. This John chapter 14 and verse 1, it say, let not your heart be troubled. Ye believe in Yahweh, believe also in me. And my Father's house, you know, and we know the Lord say heaven is his throne and the earth is his footstool, man. So Lord got a big house, man. It say, in my Father's house are many mansions, going into the different planets. If it were not so, I would have told you. I go to prepare a place for you. And if I go to prepare a place for you, I will come again and receive you unto myself, that where I am, there ye may be also. And he was talking about the kingdom, man. You know, you preparing the kingdom, man. The kingdom of heaven is gonna be to infinity and fucking beyond Buzz Lightyear, man. But it's gonna start with us getting the earth back in order, you know, restoring the earth and being fruitful and multiplying upon the earth and getting the earth in order first. The center of creation, the first thing ever created was this planet that we own. You know, first we gonna get this back in order, then we gonna branch out. Cause all the rest of the planets, they, you know, shit, they gonna be already dicked out, man. They already good. They not polluted with the filth of the so-called white man and these people on the earth, man. You know, ultimately go to the white man because they the ones in power. You know. But this earth has to be cleansed. It has to be restored back to glory. You know, cleaned. You know. And they gonna build up the kingdom of heaven on earth, man. And we gonna branch out from there, man. You know. But the Lord is preparing a place for us. That's why, you know, these devils are seeing these things and being able to realize that the earth, the universe is expanding. You know, it's continually expanding and faster than they can keep up with, man.
Look at the data of Hubble and Slipher. The universe is expanding. Here's the equations that I have derived, and Einstein reportedly said, he said something, you are a much better mathematician than a physicist, or something like that.
Yeah, I think he said your math is correct, but your physics is abominable. I mean, I think if I went to Einstein with an...
And these, man, this First Corinthians chapter 3 and verse 19, it say, for the wisdom of this world, and that's going to your Einsteins and all these so-called smart Edomites, man. For the wisdom of this world is foolishness with Yahweh. For it is written, he taketh the wise in their own craftiness, man. So the wisdom of this world is bullshit, man. You know. He chose the foolish things of the world, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, and us hopefully elect, ultimately the hopefully elect, you know, to confound the wise, man, because we have the question on why the earth is expanding. Why is it, or not the earth, the heavens expanding? Because it's for the, you know, the nation of Israel, man. It's for the Lord is preparing the kingdom, man. You know, the Lord is prepared forever, man. You know.
idea and Einstein told me that my physics was abominable, I probably would have changed careers or hidden under a rock or something. But you know, that isn't the case with, Georges Lemaitre. I mean, he actually stays with it and pushes this idea forward.
Yeah. And yeah, he was I said it must have been an interesting character.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's unusual to have training in physics and to be ordained. The Pope at the time, I forget which Pope it was, got wind of his work in cosmology and described it as giving a confirmation of the story of Genesis. And this to Lemaitre was absolutely mortifying because he had diligently and carefully,
and they don't know how to break down Genesis, man. These devils, they know the truth ultimately, but majority of these devils, they don't know how to break down Genesis, man. You know, and if they break it down correctly and tell the truth, as far as the earth being the first thing created, the earth ain't billions and trillions of years old, and all this bullshit, the only way they can keep the lie going, they can't tell the truth, they gotta keep the lie going, man. That's what I'm trying to say. They can't come out and tell the truth. Because that's gonna prove Darwinism and all this other old bullshit they came up with and whipped out their ass and gave to the earth. It was all false, man. It was all foolishness, man. You know? People believe that, man. They believe the dumb shit that Esau pulled out and gave them, man. We all did. But this 1 Timothy chapter 6 and verse 20, it say, "O Timothy, keep that which is committed to thy trust, and avoid profane and vain babbling and oppositions of science falsely so called," man. Because these devils, you know, some stuff they say you can't trust everything just because trust the science. Oh, hell nah, man. No, we not trusting no damn science. Not your science, because you deal with false science, man. You come up with theories, man. You know, we deal with the truth. You know, if we don't know, we don't speak on it. You know, men of the Lord, we deal with the truth.
Drawn a line between his theological, his religious side of his being, and this sort of scientific side. Now, if you're going to do work in science that has to do with the origin of the universe, you shouldn't be too surprised that it's going to.
And if you're gonna deal with science dealing with the origin of the universe, you go but to Genesis, man, to tell you, man. You know, Lord say he created the earth and formed it, did boom, boom. Then he created the sun and the moon and the stars. You know, and that was hell, if I ain't mistaken, after the animals and shit too. The sun and the moon came after that. You know, you had living creatures on the earth before the sun and the moon and the stars was created, man. If I ain't mistaken. Yeah, I know you had, you know, the earth came up. But you just got to read Genesis and see the order of how it was. That's the origin of the, you know. And we know 1 year, 1 day with the Lord is as 1,000 years. You know. But all science mean, before I stop to say it all that, all science mean is to know, man. And these devils don't know what the hell going on, man.
Be, you know, crossing over, but it was something that he found very difficult when the religious community kind of glommed on to his work as some kind of confirmation of the ideas in the Bible.
When the universe was created by
Poor George Lamont, who did everything.
And the Bible ain't no damn ideas. It's the truth. It's the words of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. Like somebody came up with some great damn, you know, it's a great idea. We're going to put this lie together. No, man. These are the words of the Lord that the Bible speaks of, man. No damn great ideas, man.
Thing gets pipped at the post by Hubble 2 years later, who did a lot of the hard observational work, but
the discovery of the expansion completely revolutionized our thinking about the universe. Suddenly, the universe no longer is static and unchanging. We had thought that only 400 years earlier that the sun was the center of the universe. We'd only recently learned at the beginning.
And obviously, the earth has to be the center of the universe. It was the first thing created, man. You know? It may not be the center, but we know it's the beginning.
The last century that the sun is not the center of the universe. But not only that.
We have the universe expanding.
The universe is expanding.
Without limit.
And it's accelerating in its expansion, which is important for this whole picture.
Yes.
This John 14:12 say, "Verily, verily, I say unto you, he that believeth on me, and the word." Oh no, this something else. Like
otherwise, and this is this mysterious thing that people worry about. They call it dark energy.
understanding that there are other galaxies in addition to our own Milky Way galaxy. There are probably 100 billion such galaxies that are taking part in an overall expansion of space. Space is dynamic, it changes over time, means in a sense we can run the movie back in reverse and learn something about the origin of the universe.
So instead of
you want to learn about the origin of the universe, you go to Genesis 1. That's the whole breakdown of the origin of the universe, man. Genesis 1. It go into it, you know.
getting slower, the
expansion, right?
expansion actually gets faster. And
now we can't attribute that to the Big Bang because that's over.
That's right. So there is
ain't no such thing as no Big Bang. You know? Because if it was a such thing as a Big Bang, should it be blowing up for the Earth or the universe to expand? You know? If a Big Bang theory was true, they can just go and shoot a nuke in a damn outer space and a mini planet start forming or some crazy shit, man. No damn Big Bang, man. That don't even make no sense. Something exploded and then stuff just started. Come on, man. That shit is stupidity, man. You know?
force that pushes the universe to expand faster and faster.
By January, February.
Just went into it. The Lord say he stretches the heaven. It's he that sitteth upon the circle of the earth, man, and spreadeth the heavens as a curtain and a tent to dwell in, man.
Ish of 98, the team is convinced that you've got a shocker of a result.
One of the interesting things that had happened is on the 8th of January, we told our team, my God, the universe appears to be accelerating. On the 9th of January, at least my time, this is Australian time, Saul Perlmutter showed preliminary results at the American Astronomical Conference, which basically showed an accelerating universe.
So it was one of the most profound, in my view, discoveries of all time, and completely changes our own perspective as human beings.
I've certainly felt that way, and therefore I think that's really important that we want to understand how this happened, how this revolution in thinking happened.
It's a story that's truly out of this world.
Navy ships and pilots captured.
Let me stop. This Ecclesiasticus chapter 42 and verse 22, it say, "Oh, how desirable are all his works, and that man may see even to a spark." So they looking out into the stars. They don't see nothing but to a spark, man. You know, because they can't zoom into all the planet. You know, the Lord got so much out there, man. It's gonna be, the Lord willing, we're a part of that number, man, and we get to experience all this firsthand, man. The Lord got a lot out there for his nation, man, because all Israel is gonna be able to enjoy these things, man. It's just gonna be levels in the kingdom, man. It's gonna be rank in the kingdom, and we do this work to be a part of that that top tier, top echelon of the nation of Israel. Let's get another one. This Ecclesiasticus chapter 43 and verse 29, it say, "The Lord is terrible and very great, and marvelous is his power. When you glorify the Lord, exalt him as much as you can, because for even yet will he far exceed. And when ye exalt him, put forth all your strength, and be not weary, for ye can never go far enough. Who have seen him that he might tell us, and who can magnify him as he is? These be therefore, it say, there are yet greater things hid than these be, for we have seen but a few of his works. For the Lord have made all things, and to the godly hath he given wisdom." So, Lord willing, we are part of that, that godly. The Lord gave us wisdom, man. So we understand to the as much as the Lord wants us to understand on how the earth was created, why it's expanding, how You know, we know these things, right? Why? Through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Yahushua. He gave us this word, man. You know, he revealed his secrets unto his servants, the prophets, man. That's how Moses was able to break down the origin of the universe. And Moses knew way more than what he wrote down, man. But he just wrote it down, you know. Why? Because the scripture tell you that the Lord told him some things you write down and some things, you know, you keep to yourself. That's for you to know, you know. Don't even, you know, put that in a book or put that on the scrolls, you know.
Images about their experiences with what they claim are UFOs.
UFOs are real, and they are here, but we don't know who they are or the intent.
Counterfeit signs, counterfeit one.
And the UFOs are the angels, man. You know. Let's get it. So like, let me pull it up in the Bible. I know exactly what. This Psalm chapter 6 to 8 and verse. So like, this Psalm 6 to 8 and verse 20. That's 6 to 9. So like, I'm on the wrong one. This Psalm chapter 6 to 8 and verse 17 to say the chariots, the UFOs, what they call, where ignorantly call them, of God, of the chariots of Yahweh are 20,000, even thousands of angels. And the Lord is among them as in Sinai and in the holy places. You know, so the chariots, the chariots of Yahweh are 20,000, even thousands of angels. So what's in those chariots? The angels, man.
Wonders. This word wonder, teros in the Greek, means something so strange as to cause it to be watched or observed. An unusual sign, especially one in the heavens. You'll see unusual signs in the heavens. And I would suggest to you that, in my opinion, that what people are seeing in these spacecrafts, aircrafts, flying things over, this thing and that thing, are angels, demonic angels, fallen angels, who are seeking to deceive and mislead people.
And no, it ain't no damn demonic angels. It's the chariots of the Lord, man. This nigga ain't no damn prophet, man. He don't know the scriptures, man. This Amos chapter 9 and verse 8, it say, behold, the eyes of the Lord are upon the sinful kingdom, and I will destroy it from off the face of the earth, that I will not utterly destroy the house of Jacob, saith the Lord. So the eyes of the Lord are these chariots, man. Matter of fact, let's get another one. On the eyes of the Lord. And then we're going to let it play out and close it up. I'm going to get a couple more though. This Proverbs chapter 15 and verse 3, it say the eyes of the Lord are in every place, beholding the evil and the good. It's going into what? Those chariots, man. You know, they in every place, beholding the evil and the good. This First Peter chapter 3 and verse 12, it say the eyes of the Lord, these so-called UFOs, are over the righteous, and his ears are upon the prayers, but the face of the Lord is against them that do evil, man. Let's get this one in Chronicle going back, you know. This Second Chronicles chapter 16 and verse 9. It say, "For the eyes of the Lord run to and fro throughout the whole earth, to shew himself strong in the behalf of them whose heart is perfect toward him." Here, and that's the point.
A people who are wowed and worship technology, Satan will present himself as a technological wonder.
And this guy don't know what the hell he talking about. Let's get another one. How the Lord coming back? You know, he's talking about demonic fallen angels and all this shit. You damn dummy. You don't know the scriptures, man. Stay in your Edomite place, man. This Revelation chapter 1 and verse 17, it say, "Behold, he cometh with clouds." We know he say he make the clouds his chariots, man. And on Psalms 104 and verse like 3 or 4. It say, "Behold, he cometh with clouds, and every eye shall see him, and they also which pierced him, and all the kindreds of the earth shall wail because of him, even so among." You know, so the Lord coming with those ships, man. When you see the ships, you better dip. Let me stop. Because ain't nowhere to run to, man. You know, you can try to run, but you can't hide. And you ain't going to get far. Let me get another one. Because the Lord say he coming back. It's going to be an alien invasion. Let me stop. Oh, shit. This Habakkuk chapter 3 and verse 16. It say, "When I heard, my belly trembled, my lips quivered at the voice. Rottenness entered into my bones, and I trembled in myself, that I might rest in the day of trouble. When he come," when who come? Yahweh Shai, who the world ignorantly called Jesus the Christ, man. When he come, who come? Who the world ignorantly called Jesus the Christ, whose name is Yahweh Shai. He's the Savior. And that's what it means. It say, "When he cometh up upon the people, he will invade them with his troops," man. So it's gonna be an alien invasion, man. You know? Not no damn demonic, all that old bullshit old boy talking about, man. The Lord coming back with the ships, man. You know, when you see the ships, look up, man. Because our salvation is nearer than what we believe, man.
For a long time, you see, if anybody had asked me what happened before the Big Bang, I would have given the
It wasn't no damn Big Bang.
conventional answer, which is the Big Bang was this singular state when all our equations go haywire and time and space, doesn't make any sense. Even the question before doesn't mean anything.
Yeah, it don't make no damn sense. The Big Bang don't make no damn sense. You Edomites don't make no damn sense. And you finna go into hardcore bondage, man. And that's gonna make all the sense. You know, to every heathen, this nigga needs to be in captivity and destroyed, man. That's what makes sense, man. You need to be taken out of the way. That's gonna make perfect sense to everything that exists, goddamn it. Even the fucking rocks, man. Be like, oh, this nigga was the problem. The rock will be like, yep, that nigga was the problem.
You see, so that's the conventional answer. You say you can't talk about it. It's just a meaningless question.
There is no before.
There is no before.
And he put this, but do not, well, that ain't in the scripture. But it don't matter. Basically, the scripture where it say 1,000 years, to us is one day to the Lord. You know, so when the Lord was creating everything in Genesis, each day when it say, and this was the first day. This was the second day. It was good. The evening and the morning was the third day. You know, when they was saying that each day was 1,000 years. That's what each day was 1,000 years. You know. But that was pretty much the point. Lord, willing, this edifying. I want to end to giving all honor and glory to Yahweh by Hashem, Yahweh Shai by Hashem Rakakadash. Double honors once again to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, Rule Web, and the great example to his younger brothers in the truth. Peace and blessings to the whole elect. Shalom. Kwam Yashala and